The countdown is on right now here at 10. We are less than 8 hours away from polls opening in the bi-state for the midterm election. There are so many races with so much on the line, ranging from marijuana legalization in the Show Me state to Missouri seat in the U.S. Senate.
Democrat Trudy Bush Valentine is facing Republican Eric Schmidt. The winner will fill the Senate seat of Roy Blunt, who's retiring. News 4's Alexis Soto is following both of those campaigns for us tonight. Alexis, tell us where you are tonight.
Right now, we are in Baldwin at the St. Louis County Police Association Lodge. This was the final stop for Attorney General Eric Schmidt and his campaign as they crisscrossed across Missouri today. A similar story for Democratic candidate Trudy Bush Valentine, who stopped at numerous polling places as they worked to get their final messages out to voters. Right here in St. Louis County, take a look at some of that video that we shot tonight. A large crowd filled this room, ready, they say, for a red wave, not only in Missouri, but across the United States tomorrow. Attorney General Eric Schmidt spoke to the crowd. He was gathered alongside other Republicans, including U.S. Senator Josh Hawley. We got a chance to ask both candidates today about some final questions. One of them I asked, in light of the recent high school shooting here in St. Louis, what do they think about red flag laws?
What we saw there was, heroism from the men and women of law enforcement who rushed in and saved a lot of lives. I think the best course of action would be to make sure we have more law enforcement protecting our schools. Sadly, my opponent has supported the defund the police crowd who wants to get rid of school resource officers, and that's the exact wrong approach.
Now, that might be a message that Eric Schmidt has put out to voters, but Trudy Bush Valentine says that's simply not her position at all. She does not want to defund the police. In fact, would like to see them have more funding. She was out campaigning today. We caught up with her in North County talking to voters. I asked her the same question about those red flag laws.
But 2 lives were lost, and 2 lives are too much. A teacher and a young 16-year-old student. We have to stop that. And no one under 21 should be buying guns in the first place.
It is very clear both of these candidates have very different positions on a lot of different issues. One thing they both agree on is that the outcomes of tomorrow's election are going to have an impact on all of us.
I believe we need a change, and we need to have people elected that really care about the people of their state and care about our democracy.
Because we're not arguing about little things. We're going to have a verdict tomorrow on the future of this country. What kind of country we're going to be. What are we going to leave to our kids?
So now this was a race that was not done traditionally. There was no debate between these two candidates. Both of them did not sit down for long form interviews with our station after multiple requests. This was really a race that was done in small rooms like this, talking to voters. And then, of course, it was told across all of those TV ads that have been playing nonstop on your television and on social media. And really, it's going to come down to what voters think of all of that tomorrow when they head to the polls. Sam?
No doubt a much different election season than we've seen in the past. Alexis, thank you.
In the